Welcome to The Advocate, a program that thrashes out all the topical issues of the day.
When you are in government, you don't see nothing wrong with whatever is happening. The moment you are out there, everything is wrong.
You can't even see many women now, and when they're there, they're not even really making a mark, and then they have an NYSC problem and this and that.
One of the reasons why we don't have more women in politics in Nigeria is for as long as political meetings continue to take place in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
No, really. It's disastrous for a president to be unaware of the chief justice.
It's a ploy. It could be a strategy.
That strategy was
very
terrible strategy. Because the buck stops at your table.
Whether it's that we don't look after our cities, and quite frankly, Nigeria is becoming a very ugly place.
When you are the only one feeding the people with this news, and there is nobody countering them, it becomes, you know, the news.
I'm talking about when the law is a donkey. In Charles Dickinson's Oliver Twist, when Mr. Bumble, the unhappy spouse of domineering wife, was told in court that the law supposes his wife was under his control, Mr. Bumble replied, if the law supposes that, then the law is an ass, aka a donkey. Which brings me to the accusation of the alleged rape of Busola Dakolo by Fatoyinbo. According to Busola's testimony, the alleged crime happened some 20 years ago. Rape is against the law in Nigeria, both under the penal and criminal code. The maximum punishment is life imprisonment. However, the law works with evidence irrespective of truth. So in Nigeria, for the offense of rape to be properly established, there must be corroborative proof, one being eyewitness account, the second being medical evidence. It is generally accepted globally that one of the reasons why rape is such a hard case to convict is because it is a witnessless crime, often a case of her word against his. Now, with a severely disabled investigative arm of the law, a police force that is woefully untrained and under-resourced, coupled with a decayed medical apparatus, where is that forensic evidence supposed to come from? So when many Nigerians are quick to pronounce, let justice be done, on Busola Dakolo's bold and valorous testimony, I feel a sense of obligation to ask them if their name is Alice, or if somehow Nigeria has transformed into her wonderland. Otherwise, how could one explain such unrealistic expectations by citizens of a society with a police force which has been unable to investigate a crime committed an hour ago, let alone one committed 20 years ago, especially at a period when rape was only mentioned in hushed tones in our society? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a major problem in Nigeria, one that requires our collective condemnation and focus to resolve. I put it to you that the normalization of rape in Nigeria is partly because the Nigerian law has been a donkey. So unless our legal structure is strengthened, unless our judges have the courage to hand out maximum sentences to perpetrators, and most urgently, unless the Nigerian government declares an immediate state of emergency on rape in Nigeria, this societal scourge disease will only continue to spread from generation to generation. So I use this opportunity to call on all good citizens of Nigeria to declare a united war against rapists in our society.
I'm with you on the war. I mean, I have said for many years that we should castrate rapists.
I know.
So I think...
And some countries are actually
we should do that.
Kind of going extreme
That's
now.
when they've been caught, if they will be caught.
Found guilty and gone through
They should be castrated and then jailed in that form. And then, you know, they shouldn't die. They should live to go through something. Yes.
But we have death sentence in Nigeria. Would you, because we can't really go in the castration route, would you settle for a death sentence?
Why can't we? No,
You can have
medical castration.
Yes. Yeah, just an injection.
Yeah, would you? Not literal cut off.
No, not cut off. An injection would do that.
Because I was like...
actually, I was going for cut off.
I want to take it back a bit.
No, but it's not funny.
I want to ask Ireti, if I may, sorry, to find out, is your problem, because you said it's generally accepted world over that, you know, these are the criteria for determining...
No, what I'm saying is...
I'm coming, let me just make the question, I'm sure you get my question. Yeah. So is your problem with the way, the the parameters with which we establish that, because you need an eyewitness account, you need some kind of, is that your problem at all?
Okay, so it's a good question you ask. And so what I was saying is globally, all over the world, rape is one of the hardest cases to convict, right? Now, when we have a legal system, well, we have a legal apparatus, so you've got the police. The police don't understand the law. They don't even take rape seriously. They don't even, exactly, thank you. They don't even take rape seriously. So you're saying there has to be an eyewitness. Well, how many people are going to be there? Why would the rapist do it in front of anyone, number one? Number two is then that you then say you need medical evidence. Well, when we talk about medical evidence, put the police aside. I talk about the healthcare system. First and foremost, we need to have rape kits. We also need to have PEP, prophylaxis to prevent HIV, etc., etc. Access to that. And when I say access, mass access to that, mass access to rape kits and trained nurses on productive care, reproductive care and rape crisis can only happen with a state of emergency.
So what do we do? What are you proposing?
A state of emergency, that we declare a state of emergency.
I think everything you said can be summed up this way, and it's what is usually said. There's a term saying that I don't need a rapist. The government is already raping me.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh no, that's rather disgusting.
Yes.
No, and we advocates
what I'm
will not actually subscribe to such.
No. What I'm saying, please don't get me wrong. What you said is that the government that is responsible for protecting vulnerable people are actually mischievously also victimizing them, and that's what I saw with Dakolo's case. She reported rape. There was an outrage in society. Police was supposed to take it over. What did police do? They went to his house with an invitation letter and AK-47 to intimidate the same person who is in need of help. Yeah. That is what I mean when I say government is raping.
Well, government contributes to the abuse.
Of course. We're saying the same thing. Do. Because
she doesn't want you to use the word rape.
Yes.
I don't connect with government.
No,
but
of course.
No, it's not with government. It's just that when you're sensitive to rape survivors, using the word rape flippantly is very triggering.
For historical reasons, I don't want to be misconceived.
I know. I
don't want my position. I'm just making a summation of how terrible it is.
It is. I agree with you.
Our government, who could have protected, one, to prevent people from being raped. Yeah. If anybody got raped, to make sure that they get the protection they need. Yeah. In some cases, hiding their identity, ensuring that they get the support, both physical, psychological,
instead of
medical,
protecting the.
But in this case, the society has been exposed in such a way that government is actually the biggest problem.
I also want to say that
because before they went to Dakolo's house, they had actually been transferring the case between Abuja and Lagos. There was a lot of undercurrents. Even the church leaders, the moral, part of society that could have custodians went to the church. The Christian Association of Nigeria went to the churches.
But we have to say that Khan actually denounced those two men who did go. Khan came out the next day to denounce them.
Emeka, but let me just also make a point.
Emeka, we're almost running out of time.
Do you want to say something? Let me not take in your time.
So my point is this. I think, again, it's in terms of how society itself, because the law is often shaped by society.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a certain threshold to how people dismiss issues around rape. So, and the police is part of it. It's like when we were fighting piracy, we went and raided somebody's home and we took them to the police station. And police station where people were like, they're trying to survive now. Leave them.
They probably have their own
So when rape cases go to the police, but I must commend Lagos State. Lagos State has
special crimes. Absolutely.
Lagos State is doing a fantastic job as far as dealing with domestic violence and rape is. So I think we need to, that example of Lagos State needs to be replicated across all the other states.
There are lots of CSOs who are actually trying to do that.
And I think that's something that has, because society, we need to see rape as a big problem. And we're not treating it with the same level of importance you know, and I think that's where the problem is. Yeah, so the police being a part of that society trivializes victims.
And some of them perpetrators themselves.
And exactly, we had stories about Abuja.
I read a story, and thank you, that's the point I was going to make. I read a story where the lady actually had to take the police to court because they were alleging that they were prostitutes.
Well, no, remember where they took the Abuja case. No, it's like, that's even long. The Abuja case, you know, recently.
Yeah, where they
Abuja women who were, what should I say, suspected prostitutes, they said, were all arrested, and they were actually raped by police wearing pure water sachets.
Yeah, I referenced that. So what, the reason I brought that up, the reason I brought that up was to say, when you say the law is an ask, going back to your presentation, it's multifactorial as well. It's not just the law. The law is one aspect. You have even the people who are meant to be protecting the police people, they have attitudes in their
But that's what I'm saying. So the law, that's why I wrote it in my script that I said, you know, you have a disabled arm, investigative arm of the law. But I think also everything is encompassed. It's a bit like we say social structure, legal structure, health structure. That whole holistic need would be actually, as you say, treated if we declare a state of emergency. I think it's not even a case of we're not seeing rape, it's that we are failing to accept that we have a big pandemic in our society.
It's a problem.
It's a serious problem. Why I wanted to qualify.
Sorry, before we close, and I want to address men. I want to address men, and only quickly, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, you probably read it where a lot of men will say, I was her own now, she be, you know, she can get over it, it was only 20 years ago, etc., etc. And I said, look, and I'm happy to explain to people, and look, the majority of Nigerian men at some point in their life were actually abused. Fact, not fiction. It's just that nobody, especially if they grew up here, nobody has ever actually acknowledged. So parents, when asked them, their friends would be like, oh boy, now be you lucky and whatever. So therefore they think, I've spoken with a lot of male survivors, and they said, like, Sisi, you know, I've dealt with it, so I'm just wondering now, you know, me, it manifests itself in this way, it manifests itself in that way. But they feel like,
attack.
They feel like they dealt with it. That's where the attack comes from. Part of why I wanted you to isolate what it is we're meant to be doing as societies, because what we're also trying to guard against is this situation where people are able to just point and convict. You know, you say this person raped me. If we don't have clear evidence, it's still safer. But that's part of the whole legal structure.
It's safer to go for that.
Yeah, no, but that's part of the whole legal structure. Let me tell you something. The good thing is that an effective legal system, ensures that perpetrators are punished and the innocent stays, you know, get legal redress. When we talk, you listen. So it's only right that when you talk, we should also listen. So concerning the subject, a ghetto mentality by my dear Chuka here, Romeo Pearl says, we were impacted by Western civilization after independence. It is commendable to emulate how it is done in a civilized world. Every country who obtain great results, countries like Europe, America, Japan, Australia, Singapore, etc. Concerning the subject of ethnic bias, which I think I covered, KHA Motivation says, why the argument/debate about ethnicity? Ethnicity is not Nigeria's problem, as we people keep saying it. The problem is bad leadership. We have been living this hell, we've been living fine before now, irrespective of our ethnicity or our religion. On ghetto mentality again, Anthony Ifechukwude Chukwuma says, brilliant piece. The more I read, the more I laughed and cried at the same time. We do that a lot, Anthony, as well. It hurts to read the truth so aptly described. Nigeria's case is peculiar, not a black man thing. Rwanda can do it, did it. Ghana did it. What's wrong with us? We're asking the same question, Anthony. On the imposter syndrome, which Ekene presented, Daisy Jonathan says, I'm the real deal. I agree, Daisy, so am I. Do keep your comments coming in on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are +TV Africa, #TheAdvocateNG, or on Twitter and Instagram at +TV Africa, #TheAdvocateNG. And remember to catch up with previous broadcasts. Go to www.plustvafrica.com/theadvocate. From one social evolution to another. After the break, I have next to me, and I think they've put us together purposely, Omoyele Sowore. He sets out a revolution, and now we're going to do it.